I learned my lessons all through you, the final prophet. He led the way, so we stay true. I give my all and everything.
You're listening to Career Compass on Radio Al-Ansar. What a beautiful way to start the show. Allahumma by Saif Adam. Once you hear that, you know it's about time. Every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on 90.4 FM or 105.6 FM and anywhere around the world on www.alansar.org.za. My name is Kelly Ramazani and I welcome you into my company by choosing me as your companion. It is Career Compass, your ultimate guide to exploring the world of careers. The show is specially tailored for you because we've reached this stage in South Africa with the retrenchment and the unemployment rates and the cost of living and so much more. We need to empower the youth with information that is valuable for their future. So in this show, we unpack careers that are advancing with the rapid rise of technology, as well as those that are falling off behind and becoming extinct. We try to save you by offering you this valuable information so that you study something that is relevant, okay? Also, we speak about side hustles. We speak about careers that do not require a degree. It's not always one way to live life. You can also find another way. And we talk about careers that are in demand locally and globally. This and so much more. So bring along your notebook and pen and take down notes. Before I begin the show, I'd like to send a huge shout out to a group of ladies that I had the honor and privilege of being in the company last week, as well as a few days back. GT, shout out to you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you abundantly. That is Khadija Thompson. She gave me a key ring just because I told her that I had a fear of driving. Okay, I did explain my whole story. I had an accident some time back, and I just have never really gotten over that fear and haven't brought myself to drive ever again. So she was like, no. You are on the verge of empowering people. You need to be empowered yourself. So you need to overcome your fear, get back on the road. It is necessary to have a license. So join me on this journey. If you don't have a license, let's go get one together. Yes. I attended a ladies' public speaking forum because last week we were talking on the show about the importance of communication, which we will get to in a moment. But talking about the show, today we are talking all things talent. We will be speaking to a talent acquisition, Tammy Moodley, who will be telling us about ways that you can perfect your job interview or the process behind how they select the perfect candidate for the job. So if you're about to start a business and you will be involved in the hiring and firing process, this interview is something you really want to listen to. Or if you are going to go for an interview yourself, then you sure want to take down some notes on how you're going to ace that interview and get that job. Go for it. I'm 100% on your side. She'll be talking to us about her personal experience about this fascinating career, as well as telling us about the daily tasks involved, the kind of information that you will not find on Google behind the scene. Absolutely. And also later on, we have got some moolah. You got that right. So we've got money up for grabs. All you got to do is answer a few mathematical equations correctly. That's it, within 30 seconds. Each equation is valued at 100 Rand, however many, however fast, as long as you are truthful and sincere and you're not cheating, then go for it. We'll open up the lines and we'll let you know more about that later on. Darling, your Saturdays are about to change for the better. Shout out to Mondli, who is in studio with me. He is the tech on duty. You too can join in the conversation, join in the discussion, join us on Facebook. We are live on Facebook. Visit the Al-Ansar Facebook page and you'll be able to see my smiley face. Or you can keep in touch with me on 06... I keep forgetting the WhatsApp number here. 069... I'm lying. I'm about to give you my number. I'll tell you soon how you can keep in touch. And yes, we will love to hear from you. I gave out my number last week and wow, The feedback was amazing. Like I said, it's strictly for Career Compass related. Okay. If you want to tell me which careers you're mostly interested in, or if you yourself have a fascinating career that you believe the world needs to hear about it, sure, why not? You can give me a call, you can text me, or you can email me. I think email is safer that way. But speaking about getting in touch via the Al Ansar WhatsApp number, the number is 060904 904 9041056. Oh my word. Why am I so complicated with numbers? Anyways, we're about to get started with the show. So, are you ready? Of course you are. Let's go for it.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al Ansar.
Are you or a loved one battling the disease of addiction? Is your family, life, relationships, work suffering due to alcoholism and substance abuse? Zensai Treatment, Recovery and Wellness Center are addiction specialists offering specialized psychotherapy and naltrexone therapy to help overcome addiction. Zensai offers hotel-style facilities to allow your loved ones to regain their dignity and overcome alcoholism and drug abuse in the most comfortable setting possible. Fight addiction. Call Zensai Treatment, Recovery and Wellness Center, the addiction recovery specialist on 031-563-0751.
The Outreach Slice of Life campaign. Since its inception, our Slice of Life has touched the lives of countless individuals through our distribution to schools, old age homes, orphanages, and deserving families within our community. This initiative has been instrumental in alleviating hunger. For only 9 rand a loaf, you will be providing a family with their daily staple, bread. Donate now on www.alansar.org.za. or call Outreach on 031 208 1601.
اللهم احفظ المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الحاقدين. اللهم أعد المسجد الأقصى إلى رحاب المسلمين. اللهم وطهر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين. اللهم عليك بهم فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا قوي يا متين. اللهم منزل الكتاب مجري السحاب هازم الأحزاب سريع الحساب اهزم اليهود وزلزلهم يا قوي يا عزيز.
Career Compass with Kelly Ramazani.
Waking up today was no accident. You gave me health and happiness. Alhamdulillah for this precious gift. Live today, not tomorrow. Ya Allah, I thank you every time. I can see clearly through these eyes. Subhanallah, these are simple signs. Know that my time is borrowed. From my eyesight down to the touch, I cannot even thank you enough. I promise you I'm not giving up. Jannah is what awaits me. Life has been more than good to me. Even the pain has taught me to see. Appreciate even the air you breathe. Ya Allah, you made me. I'm grateful for every single thing you've given me. I'm grateful, and I don't need to worry about a thing. I never forget to thank you, Lord. Just give me a sign I can't ignore. I'm grateful, and I am so grateful.
Alhamdulillah, we are grateful for the gift of life. We are grateful for everything that we have. That is Grateful by Mu'ad and Sid. We are now going to speak about what we were speaking about last week, but you couldn't complete. Right. The soft skills that are needed in every workplace. Now, this is guaranteed to give you that promotion you have been backstabbing your colleagues for. You don't need to do that. You don't need to play the dirty politics to get ahead of your game in your workplace. Even if you are self-employed, even if you're working from home, wherever, as long as you want to see progress and you want to see some sort of teamwork, or you want to see any sort of success, you will need to learn communication skills. Like we said last week, the best thing about it is that it's available for free. on EDX, on YouTube. Just find these educational sites where you can learn the knowledge. Learning how to have communication, or learning how to perfect your communication skills rather, will allow you to have the ability to convey information clearly and effectively, both writing and verbally. Writing is so important, especially with emails, and there's so much of composure that you need to do. You want to type what you want to type to that person, but you have to keep it professional. Say like, best regards, kind regards. You know very well that that's not what you meant. Anyway, communication is not just about talking, about speaking. It's also about listening. It's also about reading the room. It's also about knowing when to say it, how to say it, why you're saying it. And all this is what you will gain if you go and find a course in communication. It's short, it's not long. Within a few months, you will have the necessary knowledge or resources to ace your skills in the workplace. The second soft skill that is needed, very much needed in the workplace or anywhere where you are dealing with other human beings, is adaptability and flexibility. I promise you, the best part about these soft skills that I'm sharing with you is that you don't just use it in the workplace, but you can implement it in your life as well. We have to understand that change is a part of life. So therefore, adaptability is a crucial skill to have. And when we accept that nothing stays forever, we are giving ourselves room for new opportunities to grow personally and professionally. And that is why we have this show for you, to let you know that the market force is changing, the workplace is changing, technology is bringing about change, and you need to be empowered on what you can benefit from these change, because there are opportunities that come along with change. Lots of people are afraid of change, and it's okay, but you need to understand that fighting change, especially something that is not in your control, it's like trying to stop the sun from rising or from setting. Seriously, like you could use that energy, you could use that time to do something very productive, very, very valuable. But here you are trying to fight a cause that you know is a losing battle. You will not succeed with that. So don't waste your time trying to prevent change from happening. Change is natural. It's a part of life. You have to teach yourself how to be open-minded and how to accept it and how to work around change. It can be uncomfortable, but that's why I'm here, to give you the necessary skills. So say a scenario like this happens in your workplace where your colleague is replaced, or maybe your manager or your supervisor, somebody that you were working well with. And now you're thinking to yourself, oh, shucks, this is going to affect my productivity because I have to learn about this new person and then try to find ways to work with them. I don't want to do this anymore. But you need to understand that this is a good opportunity for you to learn about this person, to learn about yourself in the process as well. Okay, so first things first, be responsive to new information. Responsive doesn't mean panic. Please don't panic. Responsive meaning ask questions, because it's during change or during lack of information, or people don't have full information, that rumors begin. Say, for example, God forbid, but I'm told, hey, Kels, station manager Faisal is replaced. Oh my word. Okay, I said don't panic, but I will panic. But don't panic. Don't follow me. Okay. Of course, I'll be shocked because Faisal is my bra. I hope he hears this so he can give me a salary increase. Shout out to you, Faisal. You're doing amazing work. You are the best station manager ever. And you're about to lie and your tongue knows you're not meaning what you're saying. But I'm joking. Me and Faisal are just good friends. Okay. So when you are being responsive to change means that you need to ask questions. Replaced by who, or who is taking the place or the position, why did that change happen, and so forth, so that you are aware, or you are informed of accurate information. Once you've asked questions, do your research. Go ahead, do your research. Like I said to you, here we give you skills, we give you side hustles, we give you degrees that are in demand locally and globally, but there's only so much that we can do because it's a 1-hour show. So you need to carry the research yourself. You need to go ahead and take that extra step yourself. The second thing that you need to do after being responsive to information is being open-minded. Being open-minded, like I said, is the ability to accept this change as a new role, new responsibility, new learning opportunity, and that you can stretch your goals. I came from the afternoon jam, which was a Monday to Friday, 4:30 to 6 p.m. Shout out to Fahim, Ted, Zakaria, and the whole team. And here I am on my own. Of course, it is a huge change, but along that comes new growth, comes new responsibility. And alhamdulillah, it's doing so well on my side. I hope the guys are doing well too. All right, here is a message saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Muharram Mubarak to you. I miss you so much in the afternoon jam. Lots of love from Rashida. Thank you so much, Rashida. Thank you. Thank you. Miss you guys also. But alhamdulillah, I love it here. And I pray that inshallah, by the grace of Allah, that you two listening right now will get to love this show as much as I love it. And I just want to share it with the whole world. Want to empower as many people as we can, because I believe in each one, teach one. Speaking about teaching, up next, we're speaking to Tammy Woodley, who will be talking to us about how to ace your interview. I realize that every day I come here and I tell you, this is how you keep your job. This is how you score the job. This is how you perfect your job. But I don't tell you how to get in. So that's the first step. All right. Apply for the job and then go for the interview, ace the interview, get the job, apply the soft skills that I'm telling you about, and so much more. It's Career Compass with me, Kelly Ramazani, every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., strictly, exclusively, only to Radio Al Ansar. Stay with us.
Hey, don't you hate it when your cake or icing just doesn't come out right?
Oh, all the time. It's so frustrating.
Well, have you tried Wooden Spoon? It's a margarine specifically made for baking, and it creates perfect icing as well, every time.
Really? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, not only that, it's by the South African Cake Decorators Guild. And you know what else? When I use Wooden Spoon, it makes me feel like I'm baking with the pros.
This cake is amazing. What's the secret ingredient?
Wooden Spoon margarine, my friend. It's the magic to perfect baking every time.
You've arrived at your destination.
You're listening to Career Compass on Radio Al Ansar. Career Compass on Radio Al Ansar is where you at with me, Kelly Ramazani, every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And thank you for choosing us as your number one companion, but also thank you for joining this journey that we're on to empower the youth, to empower people with information that is life-changing. Speaking about empowerment, I am joined by a force that is doing amazing work, a young lady doing phenomenal work, and she will be sharing that with us. Now, Tammy Woodley is a 27-year-old talent acquisition specialist from Durban with a background in business management and human resources management. With over 7 years of industry experience, Tammy has perfected her ability to discover and recruit exceptional personnel. That is talent right there. Now, she has recently developed a strong interest in content production, content creation, and social media, which helps her in her specialization in digital marketing and the finance industry. A young lady, enthusiastic, and loves working and socializing with others to allow herself to positively connect with both her clients and candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to your presence Tammy Woodley. Hi, Tammy. How are you doing? All right. Woodley, are we ready? Tammy, are you there with us? Okay, I'm hearing an echo. So just give us 2 seconds. We're just going to quickly check what is the technical issue going on. All right. Perfect. Tammy will be joining us for an interview, tips on how to perfect it, and more importantly, telling us behind the scene of such a job, if that is something you want to go into, telling us about the roles, the responsibility, because I've always wanted to know, how do they pick the right candidates for a job? Like, do they go through your social media posts to see that what you're posting doesn't go against the company policies? Do they do that? Or do they just listen to your voice and like, she sounds nice. Yeah, we should give her the spokesperson's role. Or what do they assess? Okay, and that is what we will be talking about today, because we want to know it all. I believe we've got Tammy back on the line. Tammy, how are you doing?
Hi, Kelly. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly loud and clear. Thank you so much. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm superb. An absolute pleasure having you with us today on Career Campus this Saturday morning. Now, let's jump right into it. For somebody listening right now, wondering, what is a talent acquisition? Can you tell us more about that? And of course, what inspired you to pursue such a career?
Okay, awesome. So talent acquisition is basically the recruitment of candidates that perfectly match the organization's needs. So that be from a cultural fit, educational fit, and even experience. So it's basically finding the best fit for the company. And then in terms of like what I saw in talent acquisition, I've always wanted to be in HR. I truly love interacting with people and love the sense of fulfillment and being able to help somebody. So I always knew that I wanted to be in the field, and I didn't have the privilege of studying straight after school. So I had to start from the bottom. I began working as a receptionist in a recruitment division of a company, and I slowly worked my way up from there. I sat in on interviews, I learned the process, and I basically just took the initiative to be involved and to learn faster.
Amazing. We love growth. Now, can you describe a typical day in your role and the responsibilities? Just give us a little sneak peek behind the scene.
Okay, the role definitely requires you to be a master multitasker, especially in an agency environment. I've done both internal recruitment and now agency, and they are both so similar yet so different. In no particular order, as a recruiter, you've got to balance interacting with your clients and your candidates, sourcing and searching your candidates, screening them, qualifying the job specs with your clients, and familiarizing yourself with the various roles. And sometimes that also means researching them if you aren't familiar, doing the admin in the role itself, doing your interviews, verifying the documents that your candidates give you, because sometimes not everyone is so truthful. Answering phone calls and WhatsApp messages, and now including social media.
Wow. Now, in all that, I just have to ask you, I mean, don't you like mix up information or maybe forget who's who?
Not really. With my candidates specifically, I try and, make the process a lot more transformational and not just transactional. So I like to get to know them as a person before I get to know their background in their education and their experience. So I give them a little bit of information about myself so they feel comfortable, and I ask them a lot of in-depth questions about themselves as a person and not just as a candidate.
Wow.
And then with my clients, it's quite the same in terms of who I'm dealing with. I like to make it a lot more interactive. If I can visit them, if they are in Durban, then I go and I visit them. So it's very personal.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. For somebody that's listening right now and thinking, yeah, I want to do that. I mean, I've got what it takes. I can multitask. I can keep a balance between things. What skills or what subjects do you think are essential for success in this field?
So I wouldn't say there's a specific area of study, because I do know of recruiters that in the industry without qualification. But I do feel like studying courses like HR or business management, business administration, or even psychology would definitely be beneficial. I started my career without a qualification, and I studied whilst working in the industry, and I genuinely found it so beneficial.
Wow, beautiful. And some of the challenges that you do encounter?
Well, there are actually quite a few. But I would say dealing with so many different people and personalities and energies can sometimes be, quite difficult. Being patient. So whether it being having to wait for an offer to come through, or dealing with an irate candidate or client. And also sometimes people will be people. So they tend to do things differently to the way you anticipated, which can sometimes be frustrating, but it is out of your control.
I know, right?
For example, like if a candidate says they want to leave for, due to the environment, and then they take a counter offer for more money, you just spent 2 weeks trying to get them a better position, and now it all went in vain. So, yeah, I would say those are the most challenging aspects.
Wow, I totally can relate. Working on radio, you work with so many people, so many different personalities, so many backgrounds. And sometimes, I know. But moving on, tell us, what are some of the strategies that you use to find and attract top talent in a competitive market?
I would say, definitely using social media. That would be, it's something new, I would say, but technology plays a crucial role in like the modern recruitment process. We use applicant tracking systems. So ProTalent has a large database. We've been around for about 30 years. So often when we are sourcing candidates for a specific role, we look into our database. We use searching platforms such as PNet and LinkedIn mainly. And then, of course, AI plays a huge part of the process now.
Tell me, I hear rumors that the recruitment companies sometimes go through our social media pages. Is that true?
Yes, it is true.
Oh, shucks! I need to take down my... Oh, man. I post really ridiculous stuff on the internet.
Yeah, I think it's also important for, especially the younger generation, to know that, sometimes recruiters do have a look at your social media. Clients as well sometimes specifically ask for that, or they do it on their own. It just creates a better understanding of the candidate. And I'm sure a lot of people know with companies, they sometimes request for criminal checks or credit checks. But I don't think a lot of people know that there's also social media checks that the companies actually pay for to get done.
Wow. And now a question that I've been dying to find out, how do you select the right candidates for a job? What is the selection process like?
So from start, we obviously get a job spec from our clients. We've got to qualify that job spec with them. So we've got to ask them a whole lot of questions about the job spec specifically, from experience required to software skills to educational requirements, and even cultural fit. So sometimes, they request a specific age group or gender, or somebody worked in a specific location, and that's just so that they could settle well into that company. So we've got to basically find a candidate that specifically fits what the client is looking for. And sometimes it's a lot harder depending on the role. You get entry-level roles, and then they vary from exco. So it just depends on what the client is looking for, and we've got to find it for them.
All right, perfectly. You did speak about the role of technology in the recruitment process. Now, for somebody that is listening and saying, yeah, I really love this. I love what I'm hearing. I've done a self-analysis. I'm ticking all the boxes. What advice would you give to someone aspiring to become a talent acquisition specialist or HR or, the likes?
I would say definitely studying towards a qualification will definitely help you to understand the role and will help you to build a solid foundation in your career and enhance your opportunities in the future. Remember, there's nothing wrong with starting from the bottom. I've done that. It actually gives you an advantage in the long run. So whether it be a receptionist or an internship, just to get your foot in the door and learn as much as you possibly can.
Wow.
Also to try and gain as much experience you can in the various industries. So in recruitment, you get bulk recruitment, blue collar, white collar, internal, external, national, international. So if you can, over the space of your career, get into those different industries, it would definitely be beneficial.
Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful advice right there. Now, what are some practical tips that you can give to somebody listening right now on how they can implement to identify their talents? Maybe somebody is listening and saying, you know what, but I don't know what my talent is. Or maybe I know what my talent is, but I don't know how to enhance it. What do you have to say about that?
I think identifying your strengths and using them to your advantage, and then on the other hand, identifying your weaknesses and working on them. At the early stages, you could volunteer in different industries to see what you would prefer. There's also personality tests that you could take and skills assessment tests that you could do online to help you decide. I know that in high schools, they do also offer career counseling, so it is a good option. In terms of enhancing your skills, is personal and professional development is definitely key. So you could do a lot more research on YouTube. It's more easily available these days. So use it as a learning tool. Use it to your advantage. Also be open to feedback from others and use their criticism constructively. So I know in recruitment there are a lot of communities and groups that offer advice and support. There's also webinars that you could join. So look for these in your industry and partake in them.
I love it. That is gold right there. All right. Now for tips on acing an interview coming from HR herself. What do you have to tell us? I'm taking down notes right now.
Okay, so I think this question should be split up into 3 parts, before, during, and after an interview.
Yeah.
So before the interview, it's imperative that you prepare well. So research the role, research the company, general interview questions and answers. From my personal experience, I went back onto the job market after 4 years. And to my surprise, I used TikTok to my advantage on researching interview tips and CV tips.
Hey, you're not allowed to give out my answers here. I'm joking. Go on. TikTok is really helpful, I promise.
So it is. And I think that we need to use it to our advantage. There's also YouTube. So yeah, you research general interview questions and answers. And if you have the recruiter's name, do some stalking on social media so that you can familiarize yourself with them. Also, ensure that you are dressed appropriately for the interview and arrive early. Arriving late is the worst thing that you could do. It could definitely cost you the job.
Oh.
And during the interview, remember, recruiters are interviewing multiple candidates daily. So make sure your interview is memorable. First impressions do matter. Answer all the questions directly, to the point. Make eye contact regularly. Have good body language. And definitely do not use colloquial language or slang, no matter how comfortable you feel with the recruiter. Remember, they're not your friend.
True.
So, just make sure that you are quite formal in the interview. Show enthusiasm in your role and your interest in the role. And just, smile during the process. And then after the interview, thank them for their time before you leave the meeting, be it virtual or in person. You may also follow up with an email thanking them for their time and just adding a personal touch as well, so that you leave that lasting impression.
Beautiful. Now, before I let you go, Tammy, it has been an absolute pleasure having you here. It has been a fruitful conversation. But that one question they always ask, so how much are you looking for? Should we go directly and say the numbers, the figures, or just ignore it?
In terms of salary, I think it is good to be forthcoming with that information, but it's also not what you say, but how you say it. So maybe instead of giving a specific amount, you could say, I'm looking for something between the range of this and this. It kind of softens the blow, but it is good to be forthcoming with that information because you don't want to go through a whole process of interviewing and recruitment and then waste your time and the recruiter's time because it's not feasible for you to take the job.
Absolutely. Tammy, thank you so much for your time here on Career Compass, and hopefully we shall do it again next time.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Katie, for having me.
Absolute pleasure. That is Tammy Moodley, who is a talent acquisition specialist. Wow, that is a mouthful there, but beautiful work in digital marketing and finance industry. Talking to us about recruitment, ways you can perfect your AC, but also behind the scenes, her daily task and responsibility. This is Career Compass with me, Kelly Ramazani, every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're about to make this place light up.
Getting you through your day. Radio Al Ansar.
People of Palestine need your support now. Africa Muslims Agency is on the ground, already providing food, medication, and emergency supplies in Gaza. Donate any amount to Heal Palestine at africamuslimsagency.co.za. Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
Advertising pays. Get your business on the map through advertising with Radio Al Ansar, the station with a proven record. Let's check with Simplex Radio to find out the impact on their business by advertising with Radio Al Ansar.
For us, it works very well. Our sales have increased and more people know about our store. I would definitely recommend advertising on Radio Al Ansar anytime.
There you have it. Join the airwaves and take it up to another level. Call us on 031 208 1601 and ask for Fatima Shahina or Faraz Bucks, our consultants. Let your name be heard by thousands of people. Radio Al Ansar, your partner in business.
It's celebration time. Simplex Radio's 65th birthday sale is now on.
Defy Oven and Hob Combo, 3,999, save 1,000 Rand.
Defy 210-liter chest freezer, 2,999, save 1,000 Rand.
Kenwood Kettle and Toaster Combo, 799 Rand, save 200 Rand.
Samsung side-by-side fridge, 14,999, save 4,000 Rand.
Kenwood Stand Mixer, 1,799, save 700 Rand.
Get it today, 202 Kenilworth Road, Overport.
Open Sunday, July the 7th until 2:30 p.m. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
Muharram 1446. For Allah, for Islam, a declaration of faith. Brought to you by Radio Al Ansar.
Radio Al Ansar, 24/7, 365.
My soul is shining from the light in my heart as I praise my Lord right from the start. Tears of joy overflowing from my eyes. All the pain in the past was a blessing in disguise. In the middle of the night, I will supplicate to you. As darkness fills the room, prayers make me feel brand new. Tranquility, the break of dawn comes too soon. Belief in your mercy makes me feel I'll never lose.
Elias Mao Albeeman, that is the track we're playing for you right now. But we're opening up the lines on 0861-904-904, and you could be a couple hundred rands richer. All you got to do is answer a simple mathematical equation within 30 seconds. As many as you answer, as many as you get correct, each question is valued at 100 Rand. That could be yours. So call us on 0861-904-904.
Good, but I still gon' smile. It was dark times, my soul didn't shine. I was broke down, I'm building mine. I ain't taking off, so my faith gon' fly. Yeah, yeah. I love you, been generous. All of this mercy you sending me, even when I ain't responding, the devil was playing me up on the board. When I'm up at the score, every time that I'm balling, I'm crying out for help. I pray every drop gon' wash away my sins. Yeah, I'll be man when it's all said and done. Where do I begin?
أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي حينما رددت يا رب العباد وانتشت روحي وصار الدمع يجري يا إلهي خذ بقلب للرشاد لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله محمد
Career Compass with Kelly Ramazani. I really appreciate you calling via WhatsApp, but no, it's strictly via the studio line. You have to call us via the studio line, otherwise the WhatsApp is going to clash, okay? You'll be talking to us, another call will come in, and we're not going to hear each other. So that's 0861 904 904, and you could be lucky because we've got a few more minutes before we wrap up. We are now going to... Oh, okay, we got a caller on the line already. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shabir, how are you doing?
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for calling. Where are you calling us from? Overport. All right, Shabir. So the rules of the games are pretty simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you 3 simple mathematical equations. Each question or each equation is valued at 100 Rand. Is that okay? Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
30 seconds. You get all 3 correct. 300 Rand is yours. If you get less than 3 questions correct within 30 seconds, unfortunately, you don't win anything. We good?
Okay, we good.
All right, Shabir, let's go. We're setting the timer right now. Okay, why don't you let me know when the timer is ready? And you know what, let me just set it on my phone. I'm just trying to make a conversation here to get Shabir nervous. I'm joking. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's go. First question will be equation. Simple stuff. And then after that, it will go to multiplication. And after multiplication, it will be my favorite, algebra. Very simple stuff. Shabir, let's go. The time is 3, 2, 1. We are starting your timer. Okay. 85 plus 45.
85 plus 45, 130.
Okay. 13 times 6.
98. 13 times 6. 60, 78, sorry.
Okay. And solve for x. Something times 5 equals 35. What is x?
7.
Damn, Shabir! You're not supposed to win! Wow, congratulations! MashaAllah! Wow! Well done. Congratulations. You were literally 0.001 second away. Well done. And now you have won your prize. We've got your details. We will keep in touch with you, inshallah. Jazakallah khair so much for playing. And of course, keep those brains working. All right. But were you cheating? Be honest with me. Were you cheating?
No.
Be honest.
I always try to beat the calculator.
Wow, it's working. You're getting paid for that. Congratulations. Now, next week, you're not allowed to participate, okay? Don't play next week.
Okay, will do.
Jazakallah khair so much. And it's as easy as that. Shabir won 300 Rand. So we'll keep in touch and we'll tell him when to come and fetch it. You too can be lucky. We'll do that next week. We are trying to applaud all the people that are using their brains to continue doing that because it pays off. And that is what Career Compass is here for. We've got 2 minutes before we quickly wrap up. I want to tell you a career that does not require a degree. We were supposed to talk about side hustles as well, but I don't think time is on our side. So we are now going to quickly move on to careers that do not require a degree. Are you ready? You ready? I am ready. Are you ready? Boom! Paramedics! Wow! See? It is as simple as that. Paramedics do not require a degree. You can get a degree, don't get me wrong, and say, oh, this course does not have a degree. No, it does. Okay. You can go as further as a degree, as further as a honors or marketing, masters. But for now, if you do want 2 years, you can get that, and it will result in you being registered with the Health Professionals Councils of South Africa, HPCSA, and you will have a good job, hopefully, because this is something that is in demand. It's a career that's in demand as well. As long as there will be emergencies, paramedics will always be in need. You can go a step further and take your degree which will result in you being a practitioner. Okay, not a doctor. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me and say I heard Kelly say I will become a doctor. No, not a doctor, please. Last week we spoke about a truck driver. The week before that we spoke about policeman, a police officer. The week before that we spoke about beautician. The week before that we spoke about a plumber. The week before that, I'm not sure if we ever mentioned flight attendant. Did we talk about that? Just quickly let me know on 0609041056. Yes, no, did we talk about that? We are about to wrap up now so that I know what we're going to talk about next week. We want to talk about side hustle and so many next week. Time is not on our side and I have to wrap up now. It has been an absolute pleasure being in your company as you've allowed me to keep you company. It's Career Campus, a show that is specially tailored for you. We will be chatting next week. I gotta love and leave you by telling you this. Find your purpose and leave your mark. Assalamu alaikum.
An informative Islamic global perspective.